Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna.
गुष्यते यस्य नगरे रङ्गयात्रा दिने दिने तमहं शिरसा वन्दे राजानां कुलशेखरं कुम्भे पुनर्वसु जातं केरले चोलपट्टने कौस्तुभानां धरादेशां कुलशेखरमाश्रये. When we met last time, we did the sloka number 27, where Arwa is praying for one thing, just one anugraha, one mercy. That is, Tvat britya britya paricharaka britya britya brityasya britya itimam smaraloka nāthē. That, my dear Lord Mukunda, Krishna, please grant me one boon which makes my life perfect, fulfill the purpose of my life, and that is to become a servant of the 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 servant of you, my dear Nārāyaṇē. Mad janmana phalamidam madhukaita bhare, mad prarthaniya mad anugraha yesha eva, tvad britya britya paricharaka britya 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 brityasya itimam smaraloka nāthē. And this is a key principle in our Vaishnava tradition, that to be the servant of Krishna. And this is not just said by Kulashekara Arwar alone. Many great saints, they all aspire for this one particular anugraham of the Lord. Even Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in many places, Narottama Das Thakur, he says in many places, for example, Chaitanya Daser Das Chari Anya Rathi. This is by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, where he's saying, I reject everything else. I just want to be servant of Lord Chaitanya. That's what I beg, my Lord. And Narottama Das would say that Chaitanya Dasere Dasa Mane Matra Abhilasha. My only desire, Narottama Das, Sadhas Pure, he says, my only desire is that let me be the servant of you, my Lord. Of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says well-known verse that he says, Gopi Bharatur Padakamalayo Dhasa Dasanu Dhasa. That, my dear Lord, I am not so and so. He says, Naham Vipro Nacha Narapate Napi Vaishyo Na Sudraha. He says, I am not any of these things which classified by the dharma of the society, nor I am a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. I identify myself as only one person. That is, I am only the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. And that's the ultimate goal of Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas are not aspiring to become the servant of Krishna, servant of the divine couple Radharani, nor the servant of Ashtasakis, nor the servant of the gopis, nor anyone else. They feel, or we should feel, that it's greater to be servant of servant, because that's where Krishna's eyes goes, rather than anyone who's close to him. Having said that, the Sankati, the connection from the previous sloka that we saw, 27 sloka, to the today's sloka, 28 sloka, that having known so much from this 27 slokas, the greatness of chanting Nārāyaṇa nama, Krishna, Mukunda nama, having understood how great he is, I still don't understand. I, in a sense, here, Kulashekara, King Kulashekara is telling, that is feeling a pity of those people who, knowing it's so obvious that the Supreme Lord Krishna is so very great, but then why in the world that people would be chasing after the lower deities or worshipping the Anya Devata, the Kshudra Devata, or Kapurusha. These are all different terms for those personalities who's other than Lord Krishna. So why they have to go and pray to and worship and wash the feet of other devatas when someone is waiting there, standing, tiṣṭhati, one who's standing there for ages together, years together, ready to give what we want. When he is standing there, and why are we just simply running behind to wash the feet of people who are low, who cannot do much, who cannot do what Lord Nārāyaṇa can do? And that is a theme of today's sloka, 28th sloka. So the Sangati is, having known the greatness of the chanting of Nārāyaṇa's nama, known how great Lord Nārāyaṇa is, why is that we are running behind? We means those who are running behind the Anya Devatas, other Devatas. They are losing their opportunity. They are not understanding the purpose of life. So this particular sloka that what we are going to see, the 28th sloka, is divided into two parts. The first half of the sloka speaks about greatness of the Lord himself, the Supreme Lord himself. And the second half speaks about those who doesn't understand the greatness of that Lord, but goes behind the other Devatas. That's how this the 4 lines of the sloka has been composed by King Kulashekara. Having said that, let's read the sloka. nāthē na puruṣōttamē trijagatām ekādhipē cētasā sēvyē sēvasya padasya dātari surē nārāyaṇē tiṣṭhati yam kañcit puruṣā-adhamam katipayagrāmēśamalpārthadaṃ sēvāyai mṛgayāmahē naramahō mūkā varākā vayam. So if you're having Mukunda Mala in front of you and following what I'm reciting here, and there is certainly some of those slokas have a pāṭapētam. There will be difference of some things in some of these verses. So, but the meaning doesn't change at all or much. So you might have found that my things are, some words are different than what you may have, or it may be perfect. I don't know which version you're using, but nevertheless, the message remains the same. For example, in this particular verse, the pāṭapētam is where sēvyē nah puruṣōttamē trijagatām ekādhipē cētasā sēvyē sēvasya padasya dātari pare. So there's version pāṭapētam where it says pare, whereas another one is surē. Likewise, sēvāyai, the last line, sēvāyai mṛgayāmahē naramahō, mūఢā is one, whereas in another version it says mūkā. Mūఢā, mūkā, pretty much the same. Foolish, fool, dumb, and so forth. Varākā vayam. So let's we focus on the differences of slight differences here and there, but focus on the content and message of what has been told here. So let's go by the word of this particular sloka to understand what's the deeper meaning of this one. nāthē means Lord. Now for us, the Lord for us who's puruṣōttamē, the supreme personality, the supreme person among all the other beings. Trijagatām is who's a Lord of trijagat. Trijagat means 3 worlds, that is the lower, the middle, and the higher. Ekādhipē, ekādhipē means one, adhipē means adhipati. Adhipati means a ruler. Ekādhipē, cētasā, or mind. That is nāthē na puruṣōttamē trijagatām ekādhipē cētasā, or mind. That is, nāthē, the Lord is puruṣōttamē. He is the ekapati, ekādhipē, is a ruler of all the world, universes. First line. Sēvyē, who is worthy of service. Sēvyē means he is the only one who is worthy of to be engaged in service. Svasya, padasya, dātari means one who's a giver. Svasya means his own. Padasya means abode. So one who is ready to give his own abode as a benediction for those who worship sēvāyai, svasya to his, padasya, dātari, giver, surē, everything. Who is that? Nārāyaṇē, that is Nārāyaṇa, who is ready to give his own abode, that is Vaikunṭha, for those who is engaged in his service. When he is ready to give, who is standing right there in front of us, tiṣṭhati, svasya, sēvyē, svasya, padasya, dātari, surē, nārayaṇē, tiṣṭhati. The Lord is standing there who is ready to give us the biggest gift for us. Yam, kañcit, some people, some of them. Who are they? Puruṣa-adhamam, Purusha. Now, having said that one, but some people who are puruṣa-adhamam, adhamam means low, Purusha means mankind, the lower or inferior mankind, puruṣa-adhamam, katipayagrāmēśamalpārthadaṃ, grama means village, īśam means controller, katipayagrāmēśamalpārthadaṃ means they go behind the grama īśa, the gramya devata, or the lower devata of their town or village or whatever it is. Katipayagrāmēśam, katipaya, a few of them, go, grama, village, īśam, Lord. For what? Alparthadaṃ, alparthadaṃ, where they can get some revival or the fragile or temporary benefits. Alparthadaṃ, artha means some benefits, alpa means which will perish very soon. So alparthadaṃ, insignificant one, alparthadaṃ, and they get it from those devatas. Yam kañcitpuruṣādhamaṃ, katipayagrāmēśamalpārthadaṃ, sēvāyai, for service, mṛgayāmahē, and they run behind and seek behind those devata who naram, such mankind, aho, alas, mūkā, mūdaha, pretty much same, mūkā, dumb or foolish, varākā is pitiable, unfortunate, vayam. We see this one, that it's very unfortunate to see that these people, when the Lord, who's a giver of everything, who's ready to give even his own abode, standing right there, who's a controller, ruler, and the Lord of everything, is standing there. But some of these people are going behind the gramya devata, katipayagrāmēśamalpārthadaṃ. They go behind these people, puruṣādhamam, they are puruṣādhamam. What to speak? Very unfortunate situation. Although, nāthē naha puruṣōttamē trijagatām ekādhipē cētasā sēvyē svasya padasya dātari surē nārayaṇē tiṣṭhati yam kañcitpuruṣādhamam katipayagrāmēśamalpārthadaṃ sēvāyai mṛgayāmahē naramahō mūkā varākā vayam. Although the Supreme Lord, Nārāyaṇa, the one ruler of all three worlds, the giver of his own divine abode, and the only one who truly worthy of service, is available to us, tiṣṭhati, standing there. We foolishly, when Āழ்vār is telling we, is just including out of his compassion, but he is not part of that foolish people. Otherwise, it is some foolish people run after some insignificant being, human being, because people worship some human being to be God, or some devata who pity devata, they worship the gramya devatas, and they engage in their service and try to get something which is alpam, insignificant. Oh, alas, how dumb and pitiable we are. How pitiable we are when there is a big opportunity for us to get a bigger thing in our life, we go behind the short one and temporary one, trying to go and wash the feet of the low people, pitiable people. Nārāyaṇē tiṣṭhati, nāthē tiṣṭhati, nārāyaṇē surē, nāthē tiṣṭhati. While our Lord stands in the like a strong, steady, like a pillar or a tower manner, how come we search for a human being who's low in all means for acquiring and getting something from this? So in this particular sloka, beautiful sloka, each and every sloka is beautiful sloka, as you have been relishing all these days. In this particular sloka, the first half of the sloka speaks about the greatness of the Supreme Lord in 5 aspects. And then the second half of the sloka speaks about those lower species or lower Ishvara, so-called Ishvara, Grāmēśam, in 3 aspects. 5 for the Supreme and 3 to define how they are low. So let's go with this sloka again one more time. It says, nāthē. What are the 5 aspects being told in the first 2 lines? Nāthē, puruṣōttamē, ekādhipē, dātari, nārayaṇē. Nārāyaṇē, we are familiar with this name, Nārāyaṇa. We have gone through several meanings of Nārāyaṇa in past few slokas. So nāthē is also quite familiar for us, because the very first sloka that we started with Mukunda Mala, Sri Vallabheti, Varadheti, Dhayapareti, Bhaktapriyeti, Bhavaluntana Kovideti, nāthēti. If you remember very well, we discussed this nāthē, nāthēti, nāgashayineti, jagannivaseti, alāpinam, patitanam kuruma Mukunda. So in that one, we learned nāthā means the Lord of everyone. The owner of everyone, the controller of everyone. So that person is called nāthā. Nāthā is one where his meaning is a Lord of everyone, meaning that there is no one in the world can be said that I am an orphan. I don't have anyone in my life. If anyone who says that I don't have anyone in my life, that means they don't understand the reality of their existence. They don't understand the truth of the absolute truth. Therefore, some people feel they are left alone in this world. Those who understand that no one can be an orphan, everyone has a father, and that father is nāthēti, nāgashayineti, jagannivaseti, alāpinam, pratitinam kuruma Mukunda. Mukunda is that nāthā. Nārāyaṇa, Krishna, Keshava is our nāthā. So no one can say, I don't have my father, I don't have my mother, I don't have my husband, I don't have my wife, I don't have any of children. For everyone, one person who fills in that gap is nāthēti, nāthā. Therefore, we should understand he is our pati. He is pati for everyone. And for those who don't have children, he is a child. For those who doesn't have husband, he is a husband. For those who doesn't have father and mother, he is a father. Also, for those who have children, he is child. For those who have husband, he is a true husband. For those who have parents, he is a true parents. That's an important point to understand that he is our nāthā, puruṣōttamē. Next part is puruṣōttamē. Puruṣōttama means the supreme person, the highest among all beings. The creation can be classified into 2. Actually, the creation can be classified, into 2. One is as jada, another one is ajada. Jada means matter. Jada means spirit, or that which is not matter. Matter means everything that you see, which is made of the 5 earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Even earth is a matter. Fire is, by individually those 5 elements are matter. Also by combination of these 5 elements are all matter. That everything that we see around us is all matter. And the camera, the laptop, the keyboard, the bookshelf, and the house, and our body. All these things are matter. So the whole things can be classified into 2 aspects, right? One is matter, another one is non-matter. Achit or jada. Another is chit or jada, that which is not matter. Now, this This can be further classified in 5 aspects. The easy way that we can understand this, is if you are watching me on the screen, have this up in your 5 fingers over here. Raise your hands 5 fingers like this, and then over there, you're starting with the first one over the pinky finger, right? Pinky finger, this small little finger is achit. That is achit. Or we can say that apurusha. First one is apurusha. The second finger is purusha, and the third finger is utpurusha, and then the fourth finger is uttara purusha, and the fifth finger is uttama purusha. This is an easy way for us to understand and remember what is uttama purusha. Puruṣōttamē means apurusha. Apurusha means achit. Achit means the matter that is made of all the 5 elements. Apurusha. Now, this 5 finger, the 3 has to be combined together. And this one is a different one, category altogether, different category. So the first finger is achit, matter, and the next 3 is chit. Chit means the conscious entity. And then the last finger is Ishvara. Now, achit, that is matter, 100% matter. And then the next 3 is chit, conscious entity. Of the 3, we have to again classify. The first one as baddha-atma, baddha jivatma. The second is mukta-atma, mukta jivatma. And the third one is nitya-atma, nitya jivatma. Right? The baddha-atma are called purusha. The first one is called apurusha. The baddha-atma are called purusha. Purusha means those baddha jivatmas are continuously, even at this point of time, having connection with the achit. Baddha-atma is connected with achit, the small finger, achit. That means we have this body, we are the house, we are settled in this world. Therefore, we are called baddha-atmas. We are in this world. Therefore, we call baddha-atmas. That's second. That's called purusha. Next is utpurusha. Utpurusha means they had a connection at one point of time with achit, but not anymore. I hope you are understanding and following what I'm trying to say. This is achit, matter, this world, this body, everything. Baddha-atma is right now having connection with achit, having body present in this world. Next is utpurusha. Utpurusha are the mukta-atmas. They had a connection with achit at one point of time. At this point, they have no connection with achit. They are liberated souls, mukta-atma. The next one is called uttara purusha. Uttara purusha means those atmas who never had connection with this world. They don't have karma. Whereas mukta atma had a karma and they are completely drained their karma and they are liberated. Baddha atma still having karma, they are still connected. Whereas nitya atma or nitya suris, nitya atma, all the living entities, they are in the spiritual world, they never had any karmas. Never had any karma, they have no connection with achit. They are called uttara purusha. And finally, Ishvara, he is uttama purusha, who is a lord of all these 4. Uttama purusha is lord of uttara purusha, utpurusha, purusha, apurusha. Therefore he is Ishvara, therefore he is uttama purusha. Yomam evam asammudo janati puruṣōttamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, especially he dedicated one complete chapter on chapter 15. He says that he is that uttama purushastu anyaha paramatme tudāhritaha yolokatrayam avishya bhivartyavyayam ishvaraha. Krishna very clearly says, of all the purushas, I am uttama purusha. There could be many purushas, but no one can become uttama purusha because I am uttama purusha. Everyone falls into the other category where I am the controller of all other purusha. This is puruṣōttama. So we understand that he is nāthē, he is puruṣōttama. And the third characteristics that Alvar is saying over here, ekādhipē. Ekādhipē means the one and only ruler we have many rulers around. Sometimes husband becomes the ruler of the house, or the wife becomes the ruler of the house, or the manager of your company where we work, they become the ruler. The politicians, the ministers and mayors and the presidents and prime ministers and all those people become the ruler. The police, they all become the ruler sometimes. But of all the rulers, ekādhipē, adhipati, ekādhipē, one ruler of all rulers, matta parattara na anyat kañcit dhananjaya, mai sarvam idam protam sudre manigana iva. Of all those rulers, he is the only ruler, the supreme ruler, who is the ruler of rulers. Therefore, we should understand, if we feel that someone is controlling me, here's the important point that we need to understand. Which is difficult, but the truth is the truth. We can't change it. So if we feel that someone is controlling me, please understand, no one can control us because they are not Ishvara. Only Parameshvara, ekādhipē, can control us. Well, no, I see this person is controlling me. If that person is controlling us, that means his controlling power has been sanctioned by the supreme ekādhipē. If ekādhipē has not sanctioned, that person cannot control us. So again, we don't want to get into the details and arguments and things like that. Just take it in such a way that everything the message is simple. The message is everything that has been happening in our life is been sanctioned by the Lord. Without the supreme ruler's sanction, no one can play any role in our life. If they can play whatever they want, that means they consider to be the supreme Lord, not Krishna. That's an important point we should understand. Therefore, we take it, everything is happening. Oh, Krishna sanctioned this one. And that's how things are happening. This person is nimitta matram. This person is just an instrument coming into our life. But the final actual sanction is given by the supreme ruler, ekādhipē. Aham sarvasya prabhavah matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Buddha bhava samanvitaha. Aham sarvasya prabhu. I am sarvasya prabhu. I am the Lord of everything, both spiritual and material. I am the source of all I am the source of all sources. I am the source of all sources. Maya dakshena prakriti sūyate cha saracharam hetunānena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. Krishna, these are all so many slokas after slokas where Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he is the origin, he is, everything is energy, everything is coming from him, which means what? I have this house, right? But then imagine that whoever is walking on the street can just come and stay in this room and that room. They can take these books, they can carry this camera, this laptop and walk away. And my neighbor is coming and asking, hey, what's happening here? Are you not the owner? Yeah, I am the owner. Or if you're the owner, then how is that everyone is coming in and doing whatever they want? That means you are the owner for only in the paper, but not reality. You don't have control of this house, that means. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna, that's how the point. The point is, he is the ruler, which means he has a complete control of everything. Complete control of everything. So therefore, he is nāthē, he is puruṣōttamē, he is ekādhipē. And now the fourth is dātari. Dātari means one who can give. In Kañcīpuram in southern India, there's beautiful temple called Varadha. Varam tatati iti varadaha. Varam means benediction. His name is Varadha. Varadha means one who gives to his devotees whatever they want. He doesn't restrain. He doesn't say no. So he gives whatever you want, I'll give. Varam tatati iti varadaha. Therefore, his name is Varaka. Dātari. It's just a little meaning of Varada. Is dātari means one who's giver. What does he give? Does he give a car? Does he give good grades? Does he give some beautiful children, wonderful family? Yeah, he gives any of these things. But just imagine someone is coming to your house. You have invited someone to your house and you feed them very nicely. and they have their prasadam, they eat and they stay and you talk and do everything. And at one point of time, even if they come, even they extend their stay in your place for 1 day, 2 day, or a week, just imagine, just go to extreme of even for a month. But as the owner of the house, you want that person one day or the other go out. To be very frank, let's be frank here. We are all practicing devotees. We like devotees association. We want devotees to come to our house. We want to serve them, but we want to leave. Want them to leave, not that they stay there forever, right? Not to take it as a negative thing, but that's the truth, right? So we want to serve devotees, but not that we take to the extreme where you have all the devotees in your house and you continue serving them. It's not possible because we are limited. The truth is we are limited. Not that we don't want to do. We don't have that mindset. We don't have that enthusiasm. We don't have that level of high grade of bhakti and devotion. And we are in this world. We are also bound by the karma, vasana, and so forth. It's limited. We are limited. That's a fact. So let's put the blame on the karma. So it's karma and vasana, not on us. Escape from that. Anyway, so but then just imagine someone you've invited to your house, they're coming and they're eating, they're watching and playing and doing everything, but they're not leaving the house. And it's time for you to go to bed and they're still there. And you said, okay, you want to sleep here? And that friend or family whom you invited, they said, yeah, I'd like to stay here. It's too late for me to go home. They are staying home. And next day morning, you have to get ready and make them breakfast. You made the breakfast. And they had the breakfast and sitting and chatting again. It's lunchtime. Still, they have not gone. Again, you make a preparation of lunch and feel 1 day open, over, second day over, third day over. They are not leaving the house. What are you going to do? You're going to do something. Some are people are very smart how to get the people out of the house. So you do something or something. And no, the point here is no one will be ready to give their house to someone. Let's imagine the greatness of Krishna. Imagine the greatness of Krishna. He is ready to give his own abode. He's ready to write he's ready to title transfer. You do title work, right? When you buy a house, when you sell a house, you have to do the title work. So he's ready to put a title for us. Tiṣṭhati. Svasya, padasya, dātari. Svasya means his own, padasya. Svasya padasya means padam, Sri Padam or Vaikunta Padam. Vaikunta is ready to give his Vaikunta to us. We can do this. Can't even imagine that we will give our house to someone. How much ever great we are not going to write our house to someone. But svasya padasya dātari. That's the greatest of Krishna. Bhoktāram yakyata tapasam sarvaloka mahesharam sugurdam sarva bhutanam. Because he is a well-wisher, true well-wisher of all the bhutas, all the living entities. If we understand this truth, that he is our real true well-wisher, he is svasya padasya dātari, he is ready to give whatever we want, even he is ready to give his own abode to us. That point of time, when we meditate and contemplate of his greatness, when we understand Mam about him, shanti mṛgayāmahē, then we will be in peace. Right now we are not in peace because everything only in theory for us. We are not realizing these things. It's only theory for us. Therefore, dātari, ekādhipē, puruṣōttamē, nāthē, or the four. Nārāyaṇē, fifth one is Nārāyaṇē, means Lord Nārāyaṇa. Of course, Lord Nārāyaṇa's name we have discussed several times. One who's Lord of all Nara, one who's lying down on the ocean on the water, and then who's a super soul in everyone's heart. Therefore, he is Nārāyaṇa. When such a Lord, now first two lines have completed of this sloka. After saying this one, our Kulashekara is thinking, such a greatness of Lord. He is such a great person. Being so great, why then people rush to those little beings? He calls little Gramya Devatas, little beings, this Devata and that Devata. And more than that, sometimes people go and fall at the feet of some some human beings, so-called human gods. There are human who call them as God, or some followers of that human make that human as God and start worshipping those human as God. What's happening here? ஒன்றும் தேவும் உலகும் உயிரும் மற்றும் யாதும் இல்லா அன்று நான்முகன் தன்னோடு தேவர் உலகோடு உயிர் படைத்தான் குன்றம் போல் மணிமாத நீடு திருக்குறுகூர் அதனுள் நின்ற ஆதிப்பிரா நிற்க மற்றும் தெய்வம் நாடுதிரே. This is a beautiful pasuram by Nammalvar in Thiruvaimozhi. Beautiful writing again. Kulashekara is one of the Alvar, also written beautiful slokas in Tamil of those 4,000 slokas. He also contributed some. Likewise, Nammalvar, who is the head of all the Alvars, he is giving many slokas. One of the slokas is ஒன்றும் தேவும் உலகம் உயிரும் மற்றும் யாதும் இல்லா அன்று நான்முகன் தன்னோடு தேவர் உலகோடு உயிர் படைத்தான். What he says is, Nanmuhan, the four-headed Brahma, and all the devatas, whomever you can think of, everyone has been Ulavodu Uir Padaitan. Everyone was created by that Supreme Lord Sriman Nārāyaṇa, Krishna. When he is there, Nindra Adivira Nitka. This is an important term. Nitka means tiṣṭhati. The exact word what has been told by in another pasuram, as Wal Kulashekara is using that over here as tiṣṭhati, to stand straight. Nitka matrateyum naduvire. When this Lord is standing for you to take care of your needs and give you his own abode, matrateyum naduvire means, then why are you people rushing and going to other devatas? What are you going to get out of kāmēsthairidajñānāha prapatyante anya devataha tam niyamam asthāya prakritya niyatha svaya. So Bhagavad Gita, especially the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, is so very important. It has a number of slokas starting from the 20 sloka, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All these beautiful slokas are there. We should understand what Krishna is trying to say. But when the person's intelligence are lost, because their intelligence are lost, they are attracted to the material desires. Because they are attracted to the material desire, they go to those devatas to fulfill their material desires. Therefore, they do some vritas, then they follow some regulations and rules and regulations, and do whatever the pujas to satisfy those devata. Yo yam thanum bhaktaha shraddhayarchitam ichchati. Krishna also, but they are not understanding. What they are not understanding is they go to whichever devata they want, but they do it complete faith. They don't under tasya chalam shraddham. It is me who is giving the faith to them towards that particular devata. Not only that, the benediction that they get from that particular devata, labatecha tatha kamana mayaiva vihitan hitan. He says that benediction that they get from that particular devata is actually given by me. They don't understand this one. Sometimes even those devatas do not understand this one. That is the biggest problem. Even the devatas, we have read from Srimad Bhagavatam how Indra get puffed up, how Brahma get puffed up, they get lost, and when they see Krishna, they think they are the creator, they think they are the Maheshwara, and so forth. But in reality, it is Krishna who is bestowing those benedictions even to the devotees of those particular devatas. But it is the Lord who is within the heart of all the devatas, who is fulfilling the devotion of that particular devotee to that particular day. Akashat patitam toyam yata gachanti sagaraga sarvadeva namaskaram keshavam pratikacchati. This is another beautiful sloka where it says that, like how the rain falls, akashas patitam toyam, the water falls into the ground, rushes towards the sagaram is ocean, and becomes to the ultimately reaches the ocean, like a sarvadeva namaskaram, whatever the worship that we are performing to any other devata, in reality sarvadeva namaskaram keshavam pratikacchati. It all goes to Keshava. So people don't understand this one, unfortunately, but that is the truth. That's the reality. But when we understand this one, then we don't need to go to any other devata. We'll simply surrender to Keshava, Mukunda, because he is Antaryami, Antaratma. He is the source of, he is nāthē, ekādhipē, he is puruṣōttamē, he is Nārāyaṇa, he is dātari. He is the one who gives everything that we need. In contrast, of what we just saw so far. Then the Anya Devata or the lower being are, who are they? What are their characteristics? Three characteristics been mentioned in this particular sloka. The three characteristics are katipayagrāmēśam, number one, katipayagrāmēśam, alparthidam, puruṣa-adhamam. This is a three important thing to characterize those devatas or those human gods that people go and try to worship. What are they things? Katipayagrāmēśam. Grama means village, Īśam means Lord. They are Grama Devata, Gramya Devata, or any other devatas that people worship. Few people go and worship Grāmyēśam. They try to do bali. Bali means they try to cut goat. They try to get different animals and give to that devata to fulfill their desires. Some devatas are there. They go to the extreme of even giving bali of human being, a newly born first child. There are many things are there. They try to sacrifice human animals and even go to the extreme of torturing their own body in the name of devotion to those particular devatas. They pierce their body with so many sharp needles, and they try to do many things are there. Walk on the fire and carry the fire and do not eat for many days and whatnot. There are different ways that people do different devata worship, which is completely opposite to how the Vaishnavas or the devotees of Vishnu does. They eat as much as they could to the top of their neck, where even the crow can come and pick the food from their mouth. That's how devotees eat. They don't worry about all those things. They're happy eating. So there's a complete difference between how they have to do, how devotees, Krishna devotees have to do, which is they get more than, by eating more prasadam, they get more benediction. By eating less prasadam of those devata, they get less benediction. What a big difference, right? So better to eat as much as possible and worship Krishna. Antavattu phalam. So therefore, Grāmyēśam means the Gramya Devata worships are there, which is going on. But by doing this one, what do they get? What is the other characteristic of this devata? Alparthidam. Artha means material gains. Alparthidam. Alpa means the temporary and perishable material. Antavattu, Krishna says again in the 7th chapter, he says, Antavattu phalam tesham tad bhavatyalpamedasham devan devayajo yanti mad bhakta yanti mam api. Antavattu phalam tesham. By worshipping to these demigods and human gods, what these less intelligent people, what they get is a limited result. Even that limited result is temporary. It's not going to be with them forever, because they have to rush and go to the devata again asking for something else. Therefore, these are alpam. Alpam is a temporary and limited. But those who worship those devatas, unfortunately, they still have to remain in this world. They're not going to go anywhere else. They'll remain in this trijagatām. Trijagatām means either in this earth planet or in the higher planet or in the lower planet. They go nowhere else beyond this point. Is there another place beyond other than the trijagatām? Yes, there is. There is a place where you go and you don't need to return back again into this world to make all this unnecessary exercise of suffering that we have to go. If you become my devotee, mad bhaktaha yanti mam api. When you become a devotee, when you understand my nature, then you attain my planet. When you attain my planet, my supreme abode, then you don't need to come back again. There's no suffering over there. But whereas if you worship other devatas out of your material desires for temporary happiness with a limitation, you definitely go to that particular devata. But listen what? Understand what? You just have to come back again into this world. Why? Because they are puruṣa-adhamam. Puruṣa-adhamam. So the first point we understood is that they are Grāmyēśam, alpa arthitam. The third point of their characteristic, puruṣa-adhamam. Puruṣa-adhamam. There are three types of purushas are there. One is adhama purusha, madhyama purusha, uttama purusha. Okay, there are three types of Like how we saw three types and four types of dharma recently when we did Ramayana. Likewise, over here also, three types of purushas: Adhaman, Madhyaman, Utthaman. Adhaman, how do we understand Adhaman? Adhaman is exactly opposite of Utthaman, which means that Adhaman does thing. In other words, Adhaman are those people who take credit for someone else's work. They are Adhama Purusha. They will do nothing. They just simply do nothing. But then if anyone is doing something, they take credit of their work and they put their name, done by so and so. This is my credit. This is why I achieved in my Excel. But someone would have done that one for them, or someone has done and they've taken the credit of someone's work, and they are called Adhama Purusha, the lowest. And more points are there for Adhama, but this is the simplest one. Now, Madhyama Purusha, he glorifies himself. He does some work. Definitely he does. It's not like Adhama who does not do anything. Madhyama Purusha, he does some good service. He does some good work. Prabhu, you know what I did today at the temple? If I was not there, the Sunday program wouldn't have happened. Mataji, you know what I did? I cooked everything. You know, I was the one who did this. Definitely they did the service. Not that they didn't do the service, but the problem is that they glorify themselves. And they glorify themselves and they want others to glorify them for their service, what they did. You know, otherwise they're not happy about it. Therefore, these are called Madhyama Purusha. When we say Purusha, don't only think that it's Purusha only refers to men. It includes both men and women. Therefore, it's not only for men. Both of them are included. So Adhama Purusha, who doesn't do anything, he takes credit of someone's work. Madhyama Purusha, he does something, but then he glorifies himself of what he did. Now comes Utthaman, Uttama Purusha. Uttama Purusha to Anyaha, where Uttama Purusha is one where he does everything. He does everything that you cannot imagine. He's go above and beyond, you know, especially in the corporate world, when you do this year-end achievements thing that you have to report to your supervisor or your leadership, the ranking will be given by the supervisor, whether you're underperforming or you are met the expectation or you exceed or you go above and beyond. Right? There are different types of ratings will be given to everyone who's employed to a company. So Uttama Purusha is above and beyond. He does everything, but he doesn't take any credit. That person is called Uttama. Just imagine, how is it even possible? Krishna has given everything to us. Krishna has given this world for us to come here. Krishna has given us a body. Krishna has given us the senses. Krishna has given mind, intelligence, and everything. Krishna has given the family. Krishna has given what is not given to us. He's given everything to us. But then not one day he came and told, Lal Gopal Das, I did this for you. I did that for you. Because I did this to you in your life, directly or indirectly, he might have sent someone else to help me, or something would have happened in some way or the other. I have done all this thing. I want you to know what all I've done for you in your life. Here is the thing. Please take a note of. He never did this one. Therefore, is Uttama Purusha. Uttama Purusha Twanya. Puruṣa-adhamas are those people where they take credit for someone. That means these devatas, they are Puruṣa-adhamam. Puruṣa-adhamam means it is Krishna who is doing everything. Krishna has supplier. Krishna is the benedictor. Krishna does everything, including for their own existence. Is Krishna who has given them empowerment to be such and such devata, to such and such sage, such and such guru, such and such whatever it may be, right? He is the one. But this person takes the credit of Krishna's and tells, I am the one who does everything for you. Therefore, this is where the problem is. The problem of Devata worship is Devata themselves think one thing they can never do, even if they can give certain things, one thing they can never do or give is moksha bhumi. Moksha bhumi means the spiritual world. the spiritual world cannot be given by either the devata or so-called human god. Therefore, Krishna is thinking, what they get from the devatas, Krishna is thinking to himself, what they get from the devatas is temporary, but I am ready to give something which is permanent. Why they go to the devatas? What they get from the devatas are fragile, is just going to break one day. Anything that we get as a prayer from the devatas is not going to long last. One day or the other is going to perish. It's very fragile. It's going to break one day. It's going to go away. But then Krishna is thinking, I am giving you something which is permanent and firm, which will never go away. Why don't you come to me? What they get from the devatas may end up giving distress. This is another problem, because when we go to the devatas, we are very specific of what we want, and we go to the devatas, let me get such and dash, 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 right? We fill in the blank. Everyone has their own whatever needs are. They go to the devatas and fill in the blank of this. But we don't know. We are asking to the devatas this one, and the devatas being pleased by our action and worship and prayers and whatever we did, they will be pleased and they're forced to satisfy our desire. They fulfill our desire, but we don't know that what we ask may turn out to a distress. We don't know. Even the devata don't care about those things. Therefore, Krishna is thinking, what they get from this devata may end up in giving distress. What I give them is an everlasting bliss, happiness. Why don't they understand? Why don't they understand? What they give is a lower pleasure. Who? The devatas. What the devatas gives is a lower. Whenever I say devatas, whomever you can think of other than Mukunda, Krishna, Madhava, Nārāyaṇa, they are all falling into the devata character. Do not ask if this particular god falls into devata, this particular sage or human god falls into devata. Everything other than Krishna falls into that category. They are all Jivatma category. Everyone is Jivatma category. Krishna is Paramatma, Ishvara, he is Maheshwara, he is Bhuteshwara, he is the Lord of all. Therefore, we should understand this one, that what they give, the devatas give, is a lower pleasure. What I give, what Krishna gives is a higher pleasure. Because whatever the joy that we get, it's going to end the joy of eating. Let's take for an example. If someone like to eat, they're a foodie person, how much can they eat? They have to stop at one point, right? If you like a particular item, you have to come to a stop. You cannot keep on putting inside, just because mouth is opened, it's not zipped. It doesn't mean you can keep on putting. You will die. At one point of time, you have to stop eating, even if it's a favorite food. Therefore, what I'm saying is only the food. Whereas you can extend that to other pleasures that we have in many, many forms that makes us happy. But all those things that makes us happy, the pleasure that we get, that through this devatas are lower pleasure. Whereas Krishna is ready to give us the higher pleasure, where you eat as much as you want, you will never become tired of eating. You run and do and serve and do whatever you want, you'll never become tired. Your happiness is not limited by any of these things. When I am ready to give this such a higher pleasure and happiness, when they come to the spiritual world, why are they not coming to me? Why are they not coming to me? What they give is based on what they receive. Who? The devatas will only give. You go to the shop and you give $10 and you want to buy some from carnation. You want to buy flowers. There's a carnation, a bunch of carnations, which is $10, and bunch of rose is $25, and bunch of mixed flowers is $50 with a flower vase is $50. So you go to the shop, the flower merchant shop, and you give $10. He's only going to give you in return what is worth of $10. He's not going to give you a flower vase, or he's not going to give you roses or nothing. He's just going to give that which is worth of $10. He's not going to give more than that. The devata is also of same nature. That is, we will get based on what we give them. Accordingly, they will reciprocate to us, not extra. They will not give extra because they are not, it's not under their control, it's not under their budget. But in other hand, what I give may be very little. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya. We may give very little to Krishna. What we get in return cannot be imagined. We do little, but Krishna will always remember that little thing that we did as size of a mountain. We might have done little as a size of a mustard seed, but according to Krishna, it is the size of a huge mountain. That in reality, in human psychology, that's not the case. You try to help someone, you put so much time, effort, and try to do something and help this person. They don't appreciate that. They see that as a mustard seed, or they forget over the period of the time. But Krishna is not the one who forgot, even if you have done a little bit of service to him, just a little bit. Just visiting to the temple itself a service. Krishna consider that as a service. You did nothing. You just come to the temple. Krishna, oh, he came to my temple today. Well, he's a great devotee. Oh, he said, Hare, he never said anything, but for the first time, he said, Hare Krishna. Oh, he chanted my name, 1,000 names. Well, he only said Hare Krishna. Where did he take 1,000? For Krishna, that one name, he considered that to be 1,000 names. Right? That's how Krishna sees. He's a great Uttama Purusha. Always the Uttama Purusha thinks that even a little bit that we do, he thinks that's a great thing. But Adhama, you do as much as you do, that person will think, what did you do to me? What did he do to me? But this person have done a lot of things in this, that person's life to help that person. But in return, what that person will tell, what did you do? I could have done it myself. Or someone else, I could have got the help from someone else. What did you do great about it? Nothing. So this is how we understand an Adhama, Madhyamam, and Uttama. Therefore, Krishna is ready to give us in return everything that we need, even for a little bit that we do for him as a service. They and the devatas are something who would demand a lot. To satisfy a devata, we have to have many things to be done. It's not easy to get out of their pocket. They are not going to compromise by little thing. We have to invest a lot of money, a lot of energy, a lot of things to get little bit out of them. They are not going to give just like that. They demand a lot. If anything goes wrong in what we do in their worship, there you go. You won't get the result. If anything that we do, mantra, we made mistake in mantra, chanting the mantra. We made mistake in arranging the arena of the yagya pitam. We made some mistakes in that. The priest who we brought did something wrong, whatever it may be, or our consciousness is not right. Many things could go wrong when we do the devata worship. If any one small thing goes wrong, we will not get the result. We will not get the result. But in other words, Krishna's Vatsalya, Bhakta Vatsala, where he is, even if you do things with some mistakes, Krishna doesn't see the mistake. He only takes that has been done to us. He takes the positive things out of it. He don't even see those negative things at all. That's the greatness of Krishna. Whereas the devatas wait for us to do negative things and reject us. There are stories. Yayati went to the Swargaloka one time. I'm sorry, I'm looking here. That means I'm just checking the time over on the side over here. So Yayati went to the Swargaloka, and Indra was so uncomfortable because Indra was afraid that Yayati is going to take over his position as become an Indra, next Indra. Therefore, Indra was so very uncomfortable. Somehow or the other, he put a plan together to kick Yayati down, push him down. And that happened. That also happened. So he was put down. Anyway, since I started the story, I'll finish this one. One time what happened, Indra was thinking what to do, how to get this guy out of this place. If we let him stay here, it's going to be danger for my position. Therefore, one fine day, they were sitting and chatting and watching this dance by all these damsels of Amaravati, and they were drinking and all those things. And on the fine opportunity came where Indra asked Yayati, during your time on the earth, who is called Sarvabhauma, who is considered to be a great person, who follows the rituals, who is very good, who is very dharmic, who's very kind, who's sarvabhauma. And then this is a catch 22 question. So now, if Yayati says that out of his humility, if he says, I don't know, I'm a simple person, I don't know who was a great person, that means he lied. If you lie, then you can't stay in the heaven, you'll be kicked out. Well, take the other side of it. If he says it was, the truth is he was the Sarvabhauma during his period. It is true that he was Sarvabhauma at this period. If he says, I am Sarvabhauma, Indra is going to tell, oh, what a hankar you have. If you have hankaram, you cannot stay in Swargaloka, you go down, push him off. So either way, he'll be thrown away from heaven. And that's how devatas are there. Devatas are waiting. And one more point to understand, that when people usually think that when we go to the Swargaloka, we'll be treated like Indra. The fact is, that's not a fact. That's not a fact. We'll be treated as a dog. In a sense, we will be enjoying those things, but it's like how you see sometimes, I've seen this, this happens in India, where, when I was studying, doing my engineering college, there was a corner, we call it as a corner shop. The corner shop, all the students goes there and have their tea and coffee, and they buy this bread. And they drink the tea and coffee, and there'll be many dogs over there. And they eat they eat this biscuit or the bun, and they take the piece of the bun and they throw it to the dog. And the dog becomes very happy and joy and eat that thing, and again they come and stand and wait for another piece of it. That is exactly how it happens for us. If you have a desire to go to Swargaloka, just imagine this, what I said. This is how we'll be treated. We'll be given like a piece of bread to enjoy. That's how. But then that Krishna is saying svasya, I'm saying svasya padasya dātari. He says, I'm ready to give my own place. I'm ready to give my own place. I don't treat you like how you'll be treated by Indras, Varunas, and Vayus, and Yama, and all those people. I'll make you as a king of Vaikuntha. I'll make you equal to me. But why don't you understand? So that's another point. There's the benefit they get as antam, which will have the benefit that the devatas gives as antam, which means that it will end. Whereas the benefit that I give is anantam, means which will never end. There's no end to it. Therefore, this Gramya Devata, katipayagrāmēśamalpārthadaṃ, well, katipayagrāmēśamalpārthadaṃ, they are lord of the village, a small village, or a town, or a country, or a planet, or one universe. That's all. But I am nāthē ekādhipē. I am the Lord. I am the single one ruler of all the devatas that you can think of. Alparthitam. They go to this devata for alpa, a temporary, perishable benefits. But I, dātari, I am the giver of the spiritual world. They are the giver of material things, which is going to be alpam, which is going to be perished. Third point, puruṣa-adhamam. They are lower of the mankind of Purusha, where I am puruṣōttamē, puruṣōttamē, nārāyaṇē. I am Nārāyaṇa, I am puruṣōttama. So when the Lord, Srimad Nārāyaṇa, who is the only ruler, who is the giver of the spiritual world, who is the supreme Purusha, standing like a tower, standing like a pillar, waiting for us to approach him so that he can give us everything that he has to us, but we run toward kapurusha. We run towards this lower devatas, seeking for material benefits, for immediate result, for temporary happiness, for this lifetime. That's a problem. For this lifetime, I'm doing all the prayers, all the things, not for next lifetime, this lifetime, because they can only give for this lifetime. Though I have to come back again the next lifetime, again do the prayer, again get the benefit for that lifetime. We develop so much faith on those devatas or so-called human God. This is an important point. Human God. They are human, but they have been worshipped as good as God. As good as God. What a pathetic situation. I'm feeling pity on these foolish mūkā, on these foolish, dumb, foolish people in the situation they are in. That is my concern. Alas, that is my concern. So, please understand, Alvar, or what I said in reflecting of what Alvar has said, is nothing to criticize any devatas, nothing to criticize any devotees of those devatas. But the point here is, understand the purpose of our life and invest your time, energy, money, everything in that which will give us a long-lasting result, not a temporary result, long-lasting result. Therefore, we can turn towards that particular path, marga, that particular path, and walk towards that goal. Otherwise, vyavasayatmika buddhihi, we are so many completely distracted in so many different things, and we'll be lost in this forest of material existence, and will not go to the right goal, and will be in this place. Therefore, the point here is, if you're already in Krishna consciousness, if your family members are in Krishna consciousness, take advantage of the family member, take advantage of you being in Krishna consciousness, and learn more about being Krishna consciousness, and educate yourself, and go further in your education, go in a higher grade. Don't go into the lower grade. Do not go into the lower grade. So if you're in the lower grade, then understand the truth of the supreme truth, absolute truth, by reading Bhagavad Gita, by hearing Mukunda Mala, by reading Bhagavatam. Understand the supremacy of Krishna, and graduate yourself from the lower grade to the higher grade, and higher and higher and higher. One thing everyone must know, that, as I already said earlier, I'm repeating again, is that no one can give the spiritual goal. In other words, no one can give liberation, moksha, mukti, other than Mukunda. That is well confirmed by all the Shastras. So simply do not waste our time in going around in different shopping around in different devatas and different things. We don't need to do that. All respects to them. They have their duties to do, and they have their own devotees to take care, and hopefully they will help, or they will come to a level of graduating life after, slowly they will come to a point. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan prapatyate vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. They will come to a point of it is being Krishna devotee is durlabham. I'm already in the path, or my family members are in this path. I'm fortunate to be in connection to Krishna. Therefore, I must have done many worship of many devatas, many human god in previous life. Now let me put a stop for those things and focus on Krishna to make my life perfect. Let me not waste any more time going around doing different shopping. And that's the message of this particular sloka. nāthē puruṣōttamē trijagatām ekādhipē cētasā sēvyē sēvasya padasya dātari surē nārāyaṇē tiṣṭhati yam kañcit puruṣōttamam puruṣādhamam katipayagrāmēśamalpārthadaṃ sēvāyai mṛgayāmahē naramahō mūkā varākā vayam. Having said this one, now Arva in next sloka is going to, therefore, I understood the greatness of Nārāyaṇa. I understood the greatness of the Supreme Lord. You, Madhana means the one who attracts people into the wrong path of attraction of many things. Do not play with me. Madana parihara sthitam madhiye manasi mukunda padharavinda dhamni hara nayana krishanune krushosi smarasi nachakra parakramam murare. This is the next sloka where he's warning. So Madhana, who's again the devata who's trying to attract people into the different things. Then do not play with me. So this is another beautiful sloka. We will learn this one, release this one in our next session. Thank you all very much for joining this morning. Forgive me for any offenses. Arvar Tirudikale Shani. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare.
Thank you.